Isaiah Stewart is the worst player in the NBA. JJ, am I right or am I right?
Killian Hayes is still in the league.
Oh, yeah. He's on those 10 days. Okay. Anyways, guys, we'll definitely break that down a little bit because obviously, guys, whenever my Wolves get into some national media headlines, we gotta talk about it a little bit. But anyways, guys, happy Monday. It's March 31st. It is 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. And we got a little schedule today. We're gonna, recap our plays. We have a little announcement we want to say. We want to talk about to you guys, and then we're gonna, break down that Pistons Wolves gimmick, give out some plays, answer you guys' questions in that order, and then of course rip a little lotto. That guys, I've actually noticed that I've lost 14 straight lottos, and not gonna lie, I feel like it's probably a little bit more, dating back to the Liam and I streams. Actually, it definitely is a little bit more. We're probably flirting with 20 straight losses, dude. So JJ, I don't know what's wrong, man. Why do we suck so much or why do I suck so much ass at lottos?
Can't even say. It's just end of season stuff.
It's just the variance. I think I have an addiction with betting on gimmicky players, like Josh Hart threes and shit. Ryan Dunn threes.
Could be that too.
Hey. You'll be like, nah, dude. You should just bet the actual good catch and shoot player. I'm like, well, no, they're gonna be wide open. It's well, they're wide open for a reason, right?
That is true.
Okay. Anyways, JJ, I'm gonna swing it to you, man. Do you want a quick recap? Maybe a couple of your plays or how your day went yesterday?
Yeah. So yesterday, 2-2. I bet Klingon over 8.5 rebounds. I mean, that was an easy one. Guarding Josh Hart, so you got to roam the paint, got a lot of boards. Okongwu over 20.5 PRA. Just felt that line was a little bit too high. Really, he did really good first half shooting the ball, and then it kind of dwindled down a little bit. Dylan Brooks over 13.5 points. He had 8 points in the first quarter and then got ejected halfway through the second. So that probably would have went over, but it is what it is. And then Jeremy Sohan over 13.5 points. He got into foul trouble 4 minutes into the game. And then Golden State started off shooting 80% from the field in the first quarter. So, yeah, ended up being a blowout. And then they just kind of rested all their players after that.
Yeah, that Klingon read was great. I told you that yesterday, but yeah, that Klingon read was fucking elite. The Dylan Brooks read, dude, you should have handicapped. You should have projected him getting projection or ejected. So that's on you, bro.
Exactly.
That's fucking bullshit. I would be annoyed, especially after eight first quarter points to get ejected in the second. Play 10 minutes. That just stinks. Con, yeah, no, agreed. Dante's definitely a fan fave. He already was becoming one just because of how he plays and stuff. But yeah, after that shit, man, Minnesota loves him. So, good morning, Tommaso. How you doing? Morning, Andrew. Hope everything's going well with you guys. So I guess I'll quick recap my day yesterday. So the ones I gave out, especially, I'll recap those three. Went 2-1 in those. Jacoby Walter over 1.5 threes. That was plus 130. He shot 5. He did shoot 3 for 5, so definitely got some good variance there. But I think the 5 attempts for a plus 130, is a pretty good play. So I'm happy with that. Josh Hart, similar to JJ's Klingon play. I mean, he got guarded by Klingon, and I played his PA because, you're just gonna touch the ball more when that's the case, when you're getting guarded by a center and stuff. He was Josh Hart, man. Sometimes he just be having no confidence to shoot the ball or do anything whatsoever. And it was looking pretty cooked for a little bit, but then Josh Hart, I feel like he just always finds a way to, make a play when it matters. And he made a couple plays down the stretch. And yeah, I think he ended with 23. So yeah, happy with that one. And then I lost Draymond Green over 5.5 assists. Guys, the Warriors had 42 assists as a team, and Draymond had fucking 2. So yeah, I also don't think that was like a terrible read. So just really bad assist percentage compared to normal. But the overall assists were there. They were absolutely diming the Spurs. And yeah, so I'm cool with that. Anyways, guys, before we get into the plays and before we do some other stuff, JJ and I have a little announcement. So JJ's been waking up early as fuck for a while now, and it's early as hell. And also me, I've been starting to do YouTube videos. I've been doing content that takes a little more time, like on short form, and it's just going to be easier for the both of us if we start doing the streams later in the day. So JJ, I think what do we say, 11 Eastern time?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not set in stone. I think we could maybe still like talk about that a little more today to see, just like make sure that's the right time. But so yeah, probably around 11 a.m. Eastern time will be when we start doing these streams for now on, instead of 9:45. So we're just gonna move it back like a little bit. Just JJ's been fucking sacrificing a ton of sleep and shit to be on this show, and I think for my content purposes, it'd be easier to do it a little bit later. So I hope that doesn't really affect anyone. I feel bad because I know that we do have some international viewers, especially from Australia and stuff, and I know it's like late for you guys. So yeah, apologize for that, but we will still be doing the late look streams and stuff before that. So yeah, we're gonna be pushing these back a little bit. Okay, JJ, let's do a little analysis on non-betting stuff. Ron Holland was crying. Dante DiVincenzo was fucking bitching them. Naz Reid was talking his shit. I don't know. Well, what's your assessment of that little scuffle that went down?
I thought it was funny. Like the fact that the coaches got involved was hilarious.
Yeah,
it was hard to tell who was who because everybody's wearing black. But Ron Holland is this is the second time he tried to fight someone this year. Isaiah Stewart's always trying to fight somebody, so he was happy to go at Naz Reid, who was on the ground the entire time.
Yeah, dude. This Pistons gimmick, like, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I was kind of a fan. Like, when you're like observing it, and it's just like, oh yeah, dude, these Pistons kind of like funny how they're always scuffling, and then it happens to your team, and you're like, fuck these guys, like, fuck the Pistons, fuck Isaiah Stewart. Like, that's how I feel right now about the Pistons. It's just like, because now we're probably gonna have Dante suspended, we're probably gonna have Naz Reid suspended, and like, damn, bro, y'all can't just like fucking hoop. Y'all gotta just like talk shit the whole time. Malik Beasley was like coming off of like a ton of like off-ball screens and like, oh, you guys can't guard me, like blah 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 blah. Pistons just talking crazy shit, dude. But I kind of fuck with it. Isaiah Stewart, he's a bum, but they're kind of a fun team, man. They're just young. They kind of remind me of like Memphis, like during the Dillon Brooks era, where they're just like young, talking shit. Except they don't really have that much talent, but they compete. And
yeah, I think the only difference is Memphis like just had a crazy ego.
Yeah, I don't think Isaiah Stewart better not have an ego with his fucking 6-4-1 a game. So yeah, no, Isaiah Stewart, man, he's always getting into some shit. Like I don't know what's like. I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? What do you think like goes through his head like when he's like on the court?
Just being a D1 crash out.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, him and Jaden McDaniels is kind of like a crash out too. I'm sure if he was on the court when that happened, like he would have been fucking like getting into it too. Jaden McDaniels and Isaiah Stewart like played at Washington together. I wonder like what that like locker room was like. I'm pretty sure they had like a terrible year too, and that's why like Jaden was supposed to go super high, and then like he slipped because of character concerns, I guess. So, I wonder what was going down in that fucking Washington locker room. All right, guys. Yeah, Wolves kicked their ass on and off the court, so I'm feeling happy. Those games are just fun, man. These games are just fun. Anthony Edwards finally got his shit together. Julius Randle balling out. Love my Wolves' chances against anyone in the playoffs, besides maybe OKC. But yeah, okay, guys. First official play. This is like the squarest play I've had all year. I wonder if this line stayed the same because this is like us play that squares will eat up. and those lines tend to move a little bit faster. And yeah, I guess so it's still there, which is cool. I guess not on DraftKings. DraftKings moved, but Caesars is like the actual number that I'm tracking at. I just had this up for like the YouTube video because Caesars lines always are going up and down. So yeah. Jaren Jackson over 24.5 PRA. Look, man, JJ, tell me what I'm missing, man. I get that he's had a couple bad games, I guess, recently. Like one was he got hurt. Tell me what I'm missing here, because this dude, you can go to on the year, 50 out of 67. He's averaging 30.1 PRA. Okay, games with John Desmond Bain. He's over in 77.4% of games now, and he's averaging 29.2 PRA per 30 minutes. Look, you go to head-to-head against Boston, he had 37 PRA with John Morant and with Desmond Bain. Both played in that game. You think about like the defense, and like you can go down to like this props man and stuff, and it's let's be real, it's not looking great. But like when you think about it, I mean, Jaren's a pretty high usage player. He's not going to get doubled. Boston will just play him straight up 1-on-1, so I think it's like fine for his scoring. And clearly, he had a pretty good game against them. I don't know. Spreads at 5. I think Jaylen Brown's probably going to sit because it says like injury management. And it's like not a back-to-back, so it's not like they're just like putting him there to rest him the next game or something. Yeah, it's in Memphis. I mean, that should maybe help like keep the game close and stuff. But JJ, I don't know what I'm missing here, but just based off of like simple math and stuff, this line should probably be 27.5, 28.5 if you want to like dock it for like a little bit of a matchup. But yeah, I don't really know what I am missing here.
Yeah, I mean, with everyone playing, I mean, he has played well. He's usually pretty efficient. I think, yeah, it's probably a mismatch trying to guard him because KP would probably go on ED when he's in the game. So, yeah, it's going to be a smaller defender on him. He has been aggressive when he has a smaller defender on him. So, yeah, I like it here for him.
He's actually like, honestly, like you might not think about Jaren Jackson and unguardable, but his left-hand hook is like genuinely like unguardable. Like, I mean, he's going to – it just – is he going to make it or not? Like you can't. He has like he has a ridiculously long wingspan. He's like 7 foot tall. Like it's like a hook shot with his offhand from decently far away, but he's just super good with it. And it's like no one's like really blocking that shit. It's just like, yeah, like I said, it's like is it gonna go in or not? So it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't get this line. I also think that like it's probably a bad minute game for Edie, like just against this Boston spacing. Like I don't really, unless you hide him on Drew, which I know that they did do. And, I know people are probably going to look at Drew stuff and be intrigued by it because, I mean, the dude had 26 shots against Memphis because Edie was guarding him. But that was also a Taylor Jenkins thing. Taylor Jenkins is obviously fired, so we don't know if that's going to, happen again. I would probably think it does. But I just don't think that leaving Drew Holiday wide open in the corners is like a long-term profitable strategy. So I just don't see it for Edie here. Actually, I don't think Edie even played in that game. Yeah, he didn't. So, yeah, no, I just don't get why this line's at 24.5. I think it's ridiculously low. JJ, this is actually like so sad. But Jaren Jackson, 6'11", insanely long wingspan, has a 4.5 rebound line, which is
he hates
kind
to
of
rebound
insane.
so much.
It's just crazy, bro. Like, and it's not like he plays 20 minutes a night. He plays like 30, 32.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually looking at this and I just wanted to be like gimmicky about it almost, but like at the same time, yeah, he's been, having some bad rebounding games, but I mean, 67% to the over on this. I don't know, man. Like, Jaren, you can't grab 5 rebounds, bro. That shit is ridiculous. I don't know, man. 4.5 rebounds. That's just so crazy. Okay. But yeah, Jaren Jackson PRA, I just don't get the line. I think it's a solid bet. It's one of those ones that it's very square, but sometimes square stuff has value. Okay. Let's move on to the next play. And this is another weird play. This is a play that like I did not envision myself making, for the rest of the year, to be honest. But I'm actually rolling with Jordan Poole over 17.5 points and assists. basically this is like a points. This is definitely like a points reasoning. Well, it's really not. It's kind of like a PRA reasoning. But yeah. So JJ, look at this little trend that I found. So let's just circle into like, since March, I guess. Since March, this is like a minute projection play. And there's like a very, pattern that's like very normal, or not normal, but makes sense, that I've been noticing with Poole's minutes. So Brooklyn Nets, they are not trying to win games. And then Jordan Poole only played 21 minutes. Indiana Pacers are trying to win games, and despite losing by 53, he played 25 minutes. Philadelphia 76ers, not trying to win games, 22 minutes. Toronto Raptors, not trying to win games, 22 minutes. Knicks, trying to win games, 28 minutes. Magic, trying to win games, 27 minutes. Jazz, not trying to win games, 20 minutes. And this is kind of like when the whole thing started, when he got benched for the second half. It was like the Blazers game. So since like that little fiasco, because his minutes were like, pretty normal, even though, but like Raptors not trying to win games. And 26-24. So yeah, basically, I think the Heat, they're not a good team, but they are trying to win games. So look, it's like not going to be like a tank off. And because of that, looking at the trends, looking at what his minutes have been in games, where they've been playing an opponent who's trying, I think that he's probably going to be at 25 to 27 minutes or so. But just playing it safe, I'm projecting him for 24 minutes. And then if we go to post Kuzma, which I believe was this Nets game. Yeah, post Kuzma, he is averaging 24.2 PA per 27.3 minutes. So he's been really good on a per minute basis. It's just there's been so many games with like 20 minutes on the dot that it's kind of really holding it down. But yeah, per 24 minutes, he is averaging. Let me quick pull it up. I already did the calculations. Per 24 minutes, he is averaging 21.3 PA post Kuzma, and obviously 17.5 line. And then also JJ, Khalil Ware, he's been playing pretty big minutes recently. Pull-up frequency last 10 games, Miami Heat is allowing the third highest pull-up frequency. So I do think it's a pretty solid, volume per minute spot against Heat as well. And you can just go to like last 15 for the Wizards. Poole, 49% of his shots have been pull-ups. So yeah, JJ, I want your thoughts on this one. I think this is one that if it loses, you're going to feel like the biggest idiot. If it wins, you're going to feel smart as hell. But yeah, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, no, I think you nailed the little trend, how he does against bad teams versus teams that are actually trying to compete. So yeah, I think he's going to get like 23, 27 minutes at least. I think it's probably going to be closer to the 27 mark than 23. So I like this. He's definitely going to get his shots off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I will say, guys, look, this DraftKings line, 18.5 PRA. I mean, that's like you need one more rebound, which is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, look, I personally just elected for the line with like the least amount of juice, right? Because there is, you don't want to lay minus 130 at 13.5, in my opinion, because it's like, oh, damn, Jordan Poole played 20 minutes and, had 12 points. And then he lost 1.3 units because you were wrong on the minute projection. So there's definitely variance in here. And I'd like you should look to not lay juice here, which is why even like the 16.5 a DK I think is a little sus. I'd rather just like lay, the minus 110 here, or you could go over to like a PRA line and do like a minus 109 at Caesars. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there on Jordan Poole and how to play it. Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully that Poole one, I don't look like an absolute jackass. All right, let's get into some of the questions now. Let's see. Filipowski over points and rebounds. I don't really like Filipowski. I mean, they are playing the Hornets. Here's the thing, man. It's like I like Filipowski if he was playing. I know he had a pretty good game against Denver, shot efficiently. Well, no, not really, actually. I don't like that he's playing the 4 personally, with Oscar Tshiebwe specifically. And I get that he had like a really good rebounding game, but I would prefer if he was playing at the 5. And he did play 34 minutes. But JJ, what are your thoughts here on Filipowski?
I mean, you still can't be mad at the read, even against Denver. He had 15 rebound chances and 12 field goal attempts. I mean, post All-Star break with all these guys out, Kessler, Clarkson, Collins, Marketing, over in 4 out of 5 still. It was like his numbers stayed pretty consistent throughout those, comparing it to the latest game without Kessler and all those other guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Actually, yeah, I kind of retract my statement. I probably lean over here. Yeah, no, I definitely lean over. And they're playing the Hornets, who are not trying to win games either. Yeah, I think I actually lean over here with you, Tommaso. JJ finna be getting that sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Monday. Yeah, happy Monday, T-Rev. Hope you're doing good. Glad you moved it. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Yeah, just gonna be better, and I hope that people still tune in, even though it's at a different time, because I know like that is kind of like, you know, an issue for the viewers sometimes. Like they get in the habit of like coming in at a certain time, and then you move it, and then yeah. Jeffrey's 2 threes against the Jazz. Yeah, sign me up. No, but in all seriousness, do games without LaMelo, without Brandon. Is Mark Williams out? Because I thought he was playing. Not that it really matters, but
I'm not sure.
see, he played 30 minutes last game. It's like 24 plus. Definitely a good matchup for sure against Utah, right? Yeah, I probably think he takes like 4 or 5 threes, so I probably lean over. I don't think it's anything crazy though. Just he seems like a little hesitant to shoot sometimes, but JJ, do you have any thoughts on Jeffries?
I think matchup I lean over. Him as a player, I can never really figure out because he's not really a good shooter at all, but I think he'll have some decent volume here to go over.
Let's do since where's some custom dates? I wonder what is like per 36 number. So since February with okay, what does this see? Okay, where's LaMelo? Okay, with LaMelo off the court. Is there anyone else? Probably not. Okay, so since February with LaMelo off the court, I'd like to see this per 36 number be like 5.5 or something. So 5.06, and then the Jazz matchup. Yeah, I think he probably takes like five threes here. It plays 30 minutes. Good matchup with the Jazz. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Tatum points. Yeah, I actually like this a ton. Look, I think that Jaylen Brown probably does not play here. Like without Jaylen Brown, with Kristaps. Like I said, this isn't like a guarantee or nothing, but yeah, only 33 minutes in that one, only 33 minutes in that one too. Should be a close game. I like that for sure. 26.5 line. Yeah, no, I actually like it a fair bit. JJ, you got any thoughts on JT?
I mean, yeah, without Jaylen Brown, like his usage is going to go up if he is ruled out.
Yep, they've been
Great
allowing
matchup for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a big thing too for Tatum. It's like Tatum's always going to get his shots up, but like, you know, especially against teams that are giving up pull-ups, it's like that's just
he's going to take a ton of pull-up threes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that could maybe take away volume from like the role players too. But yeah, I think that Tatum's in a great spot for sure at 26.5. And it would definitely, like I said, it's not a guarantee because I know, look, if you get, you know, with Jaylen Brown, with Kristaps, with Derek White, then, you know, it gets a little bit dicey if Jaylen Brown plays because the numbers aren't great when, you know, everyone's playing, or like the most of the guys are playing, like the high usage guys. But no, yeah, I think that he doesn't play, so I think that definitely makes me lean over. What's up, Winter? How you doing? Jarris Walker, does he have lines? He kind of I went back and like looked at some stuff. Yeah, he doesn't have lines. Yeah, no, I saw that he was like taking away minutes from Neesmith when I bet on Neesmith last game. So, yeah, he's probably interesting, right? You'd probably benefit from like a blowout, which, you know, I think the Kings are in pretty poor form right now. That's definitely a probability. Yeah, JT, I peeped that for sure. And, you know, I would probably play that, but, you know, it's like not widely available. And also, I don't like using my DraftKings account to bet early. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Strange? How you doing? Yeah, I'll knock down 2 for you. Yeah, just fire questions away. We'll do that. Tatum over 6.5 assists. Yeah, I mean, we just talked about the points. Look, he's been crushing it. Let's see. It's like maybe without. I realize that his assists weirdly are worse without Jaylen Brown. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't pass the smell test personally. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it more for him to score here rather than to assist. But JJ, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I kind of like for him to score a little bit more here. I mean, even if Jaylen Brown does end up sitting, his threes right now could be in a good spot because he's probably going to take like minimum 10 like 3-point attempts, and it's already a good pull-up matchup. I think it's at plus money currently.
Yeah, it is. I actually agree with that a ton, JJ. I think that's a really good look, especially in those 80 minutes.
Yeah, because if you look at it without Jaylen Brown, like pretty good hit rate, 11 to 14.
Yeah, let's see without Jaylen Brown. Yeah, oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure I know his per 36 numbers with Jaylen off are ridiculous too. So I think that's a good one. Aaron Neesmith over 3.5 rebounds. This is going to be one that I'm not going to really know. 3.5 rebounds for Neesmith. It's also very juiced at FanDuel. I thought his minutes would be better without Mathurin, but they really weren't. He only played 14 first half minutes. He did get into like a little bit of foul trouble plus blowout. I know. I'd probably have him for like 26 minutes, or I'd probably have him for like 28 minutes, I think. But yeah, so maybe slightly into the over. Matchup with the Kings. I know they're a pretty good rebounding team overall with Sabonis. Really don't know who he'd guard. Probably Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. So yeah, I don't really have a crazy feel on this, JJ. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't have a crazy read for this one. Yeah, no.
Paulo under 26.5 points. Said Kawhi's questionable. Kawhi's definitely going to play, I think. He just rested the first leg of a back-to-back. I feel like they'd try to stop Wagner or Paulo here. I just don't see Paulo getting 27 plus.
Is Cole playing?
I don't know.
Questionable.
Yeah, Cole
when
Anthony
Cole's not playing, his usage is through the roof. That is the only problem. So I guess you have to wait, or just if you predict he's going to be back, because I know he's been listed out or doubtful every time the last couple games, and then now he's actually listed questionable. So he's probably closer to returning.
Yeah.
That's probably why his line is at 26.5, because his line was just at 28, 29.5 last game.
Yeah. Winter, yeah, I think I probably lean under with you too. Like just like the individual matchup. I mean, he's probably not going to see like bodies. I wouldn't think. Yeah, I don't know. Well, how do you think they defend him just straight up with Kawhi? I don't see the Clippers sending 2 on Paulo. I could maybe be wrong there, but
I think they'll at least start off just putting 1 on him, and then maybe go from there.
Yeah. Let's see, pull-ups, Clippers allowed. Because maybe like pull-up 2s would be interesting. The Clips. Pretty low pull-up 2s, so that's pretty good. Yeah, no, I probably lean under with you. Like I said, I don't really have anything crazy. Yeah, Sabonis was definitely – I put him on the thumbnail last night because I thought I would want to play him. I have a weird feeling about this game being a massive blowout, though. The Kings or the Pacers have been playing really good. Besides that OKC game, and like the Pacers play so fast that they can like easily blow you out. But no, matchup wise, I think it's great. The Pacers are not a good rebounding team. They are Sabonis. I know Sabonis has kind of had poor numbers with the new big three. Some of these games are injury games, but even with like 28 plus, I guess 6 out of 11 isn't terrible. And like, yeah, his season long stuff with like 28 plus minutes, and I guess let's just do like 20, like 4 plus, I guess. Yeah, no, I mean he's averaging 33.8 PR in the season. He's over and way more than he's not. And Indy's definitely like a really bad rebounding team. They're definitely or I guess they're not really bad, but they play super fast and they're not great either. And they allow a ton of like stuff in the paint. So I definitely lean over with you, Tommaso. JJ, what are you thinking here on Sabonis?
No, I lean over as well. Pretty much for everything you just said.
Yeah, I mean shot frequency from less than 10 is very high. So I guess okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, no, I definitely lean over with you, Tommaso here. Just do think I like if I gun to my head, man, like I don't bet spreads. I think that the spread is way off. I think that the Pacers like might kill them. Clay over 16.5 PRA. Oh wow, that does seem very low for Killer Clay. They are playing the Nets. Oh yeah, that's good.
And then Gafford is back.
Yep. I think Lively's questionable too, so I think he might be back as well. But Gafford for sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this seems ridiculously low. JJ, what are you thinking here? I think this is just played the Nets and had not a great game, but I mean, we know the Nets are going to give up spot ups, bad in transition. They are good at like when Clay does get design stuff, they are good at defending that. Actually, they're great at defending it with the off-ball screens and the handoffs. But JJ, what are your thoughts here on Clay? I think this is a pretty damn good bet personally.
Yeah, I would lean over, but it's like a very slight lean, just because like positive matchup here. But it does look like he has like a minutes cap here with 80 playing at like 30 max.
Yeah, let's try
Still
to
have Christie, who could also be good spot as well.
Yeah, so I see he played 22 against the Knicks on a back-to-back. But since then it's been pretty steady with like 22 is probably an absolute floor. Let's do like 22 to 30. Yeah, and that's still 66 2/3 of the games he's going over. No, I definitely like it. I think it makes a fair bit of sense here. Yeah, let's say there's just really zero sample size on this team playing together when they're healthy and stuff. So like PJ Najee played really good for a little bit. Yeah, I don't really know here. It's definitely interesting though. Let's see, Derek White rebounds and assists. Yeah, so like, look, if Jaylen Brown misses, then yeah, for sure. I think it could make a fair bit of sense. What's it at 9.5? Ooh.
It is a tad high.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, I'd probably actually stay away here. This definitely seems a tad bit high. Let's see, what have they been? I would think that okay, Memphis definitely has been giving up the assists, giving up rebounds too. They just play super fast, so
maybe it depends.
Yeah, I
on
think.
The pace for him.
What was that?
I said maybe it does depend on the pace for him, possibly.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's been doing good though recently. So yeah. It's Eid, so Jaylen Brown. Oh, okay, yeah, that definitely would make sense. Yeah. Okay. Hero 5.5 assists. Yeah, I mean, someone who I was actually looking at was Pell Larson. I thought he was pretty interesting for maybe like a PRA line or points. But yeah, Wizards have been giving up a ton of catch and shoot stuff recently. I mean, they're just like a terrible defense. So is this 5.5? Yeah, I don't know where you're seeing 5.5. Like it's 6.5 like at every book besides Bet Rivers. But look, yeah, if it was 5.5, 100%, dude, 100%. But yeah, 6.5, then it kind of gets a little bit dicey. If you like the Bulls, keep it close here. I mean, it's a giddy revenge game, dude. So it's like gonna be very high intensity and stuff. Yeah, so I guess I'll quick touch on all the Clippers guys. Look, this is a spot where I think it's a good fade for Norm Powell. I wonder what his minutes look like. Because they were, it seems like he was being managed pretty closely for a while. And yeah, he's been back for about 2 weeks. But it's second night of a back-to-back, coming off 39 minutes, and that's like his like high since coming back by a margin, a wide margin. So you could look at it two ways and be like, okay, now he's like totally good to play good minutes, or you could look at it like it makes sense to fall back on his minutes a little bit. But I think you could make the argument that for Kawhi, for Harden, for Zubac, it's probably like post up is good because they don't double. Isolation is good for Harden and Kawhi, and like just like single coverage stuff, and getting to the midi, especially for Kawhi, because the Magic are more than fine limiting the middies. But yeah, JJ, what are your thoughts here on Harden? Because they do foul a lot too. They foul a lot and they allow a ton in isolation. So I think that I lean over with Harden. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I lean over as well, specifically for that isolation. I think create a lot off the dribble here. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be a Harden or Kawhi type of game.
Yeah, or Zoo. I could see Zoo too, to be honest.
Yeah, eating in the paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but I like it. Amen, rebounds and assists. What is it at? Who's playing for them? So Tari Easton's back, so they should be at full strength here. It's a pretty big game, so 11.5. Wow. Who's he gonna guard? Could you see Amen guarding Reeves maybe?
Reeves? I'm not sure. I've been trying to figure that out.
Amen's minutes have been kind of shitty recently. I'm not gonna lie. They're Steven Adams. It's a back-to-back, and he played like a couple minutes, but he hasn't usually played back-to-backs. You could go to like with full strength. I'm pretty sure Amen's minutes, and like they're gonna show a lot of games where he was like coming off the bench and stuff. But I mean, 32 minutes, then 35. Okay, so they've been fine. Yeah, matchup wise, Lakers. Okay, they've been giving up a ton of assists. So I mean, yeah, this seems super low for Amen. I'd probably lean over, but I don't have any like crazy leans or anything. Giddy or Kobe White under points. Yeah. Look, for OKC, I spent a lot of time looking into this one. I saw that Chet is like kind of legit hurt again. Hartenstein is legit hurt because he came out of the game and didn't finish it. So honestly, I'm not even going to touch OKC stuff right now because look, we don't know if Chet and Hartenstein are going to play. I would think Chet does. But at the same time, it's like playoffs are coming up, and if Chet's legit hurt, you got to rest him, and same with Hardenstein. But Jaded, I mean, do you have any thoughts, or you're kind of just thinking wait?
I'm thinking wait a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. If Chet plays without Hardenstein, guys, I mean, he's gonna absolutely cook Vucevic. I was like very close to playing his overs, and then I dug in, and I was like, okay, well, dude's actually hurt. He played 25 minutes the last game without foul trouble. Just like only lost like a couple minutes to blowout too. So, Kalel double. Yeah, I think double is the way to go. I looked into it a lot and I didn't end up pulling the trigger, but I think it's a great bet personally. Going up against the Wizards, minutes have been good. They're really playing it. Heat are basically playing an 8-man rotation, or they did last game without Wiggins. And yeah, probably pencil them in for like 20. I'd probably have him at 26 to 30 minutes or so for Kalel. And oh my goodness. Look at this shit, man. But no, it's against the Wizards. I think I lean over. Like I said, I was pretty close to playing it. Ja Morant under points. Yeah, I mean, even if you saw that rumor though, it's like, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't play it. He's played 31 minutes last game. I saw a rumor actually that Ja Morant is like the reason why Taylor Jenkins got fired because of how the usage was going around. Jay, did you see that?
I did. I feel like that one I could believe. Yeah, nobody liked how they did their rotations and all that. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that was brewing up for a while, but I just don't know why they fired him right before the playoffs. That doesn't make sense to me, but
yeah,
apparently had to be serious enough to get rid of him right now.
Yeah. Let's see. What's up, J-Main? How you doing? Let's see. Okay, we got Sabonis 30. Yep, we already went over that. It's definitely a strong lean over. Yeah, guys, if you guys are tuned in, if you guys are new here on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel, and yeah, just wanted to quick shout that out because sometimes I forget to do it. Kobe White unders, yeah, guys. I mean, like I said, I just don't want to touch this game because if you don't know if Hartenstein and Chet are gonna play, it's just like gonna be you can't have a good read on it. SGA 38 plus, holy shit. Yeah, OKC team. I mean, yeah, no one's guarding them, so I could get it. Or I could get with it. I think once Clips wash Paul's confidence to shoot, that's a good shit right there. Yeah, for sure. 80 under rebounds and assists. Yeah, I guess with Lively and Gafford back, it's probably going to be a tougher rebound share. Only had 9 against the Nets. Only playing like 30 minutes or so. JJ, you got any thoughts?
I mean, with Gafford back, he is going to be playing the 4 most likely, right? So his assists probably go up here, which could be a problem if you're going to take the under.
Yeah, maybe just do rebounds instead at 9.5 because he really hasn't been rebounding. I mean, he's been playing the 4, and he really hasn't been rebounding great to begin with. Only 8, 9 rebound chances.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could be.
Having Gafford is like a nice little assist partner, athletic rim runner.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do Lotto real quick, and then we'll get into the rest of the questions. Oh, sorry, I just removed JJ. I'm hating. Let's see, FanDuel. Let's go to the duel, the dirty fan. What the heck? JJ, is today the day or what?
Today is the day. Start off the week right.
Today is the day. Okay. Today, it has to be the day. It just has to. What do you... Ooh, let's see. We went over some stuff. Should we do Tatum threes?
Let's do Tatum threes.
What do you think, 5?
Yeah, we could do 5.
Okay. Tatum 5 threes. We like that. What else did we go over that we kind of liked? Yeah. I didn't like. I actually like hate this slate. JJ. Let's see. Kings spot up. Kings will probably give up a fuck ton of threes. Is there any?
What's Pool? Let's look at Pools like 15, 20 plus and all that.
Okay, we could definitely do that. Jordan Poole. Plus 310. 15 plus is plus 102. 4 threes. Plus 200. Yeah. I don't hate Poole. Let's see. Okay, and then it's like we get a cool plus 2,000 plus 1,200 there. I don't. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's cool. See, is there any Alec Burks 10 plus points? Yeah, dude. I actually could see that. What about? I looked into. Actually, should we do just like say Chet plays, and then he's going up against Vooch? What do you think about like Chet 20 plus?
I don't know. I haven't looked in the chat that much for this matchup, but I mean, it does make sense. But you did say he is hurt, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, probably not the smartest wager to make. This slate stinks, dude. What were some of like the questions? Vucevic threes was a wagon. What a change. Also Giddy unders. Yeah, I actually really like Giddy unders. Yeah, Vucevic threes. I don't know. Just I think it's like against like those juiced ones and stuff. Bronze unders, Clippers overs. Just like these Magic games are so like low paced and stuff. We could maybe go to like the Jazz Hornets. Try to cook something up. Maybe DeQuan threes. Plus 300 for DeQuan to hit 3 threes. Assists against the Jazz are always good. We don't even have a Hornet player listed. Man. Yeah, should we just do like Tatum and Poole, or let's see?
Yeah, we could do Tatum and Poole.
We definitely could. Do you have any feel on the Rockets Lakers game? For some reason, I don't want to put. Poole just like is kind of holding me back because, like, I don't know. Like we know that he has like a ceiling of 28 minutes, you know. But
the Rockets and Lakers, I'd have to deep dive. So I have no read right there at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Neither do I. Should we just skip the lotto today? Should we not force it?
It's up to you.
What? Yeah. I wouldn't hate just skipping it. Let's see. Cam Johnson just got ruled out for the Nets. Okay. Looks like the Nets are full on tanking. Celtics versus Memphis. Let's see. Maybe we can build something off of Jaylen Brown not playing, right? Okay. Memphis, I like Jaren Jackson. Bro, can Jaren Jackson grab like 6 rebounds? Like, is that too crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. Jaren, you can grab 6 rebounds. And then who else do you think benefits from in this matchup from no Jalen from Boston? D White.
Outside of Tatum. This matchup. I mean, probably. I mean, next man up probably have to be KP, right?
Yeah, for usage for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Screw it, guys. We're not going to force the Chuck Bros lotto with Tatum and Poole. Yeah, Filipowski threes. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Because they've been giving up the catch and shoots as well. I think the Hornets have been. Ooh. Yeah, Filipowski actually. Tommaso, I do like that. What do you think about Kyle here?
I think it's a solid matchup for him.
Are Hornets still giving up catch and shoots?
believe so. About league average frequency last 10.
The Chuck Bros. Nick Smith Jr. Yeah, I don't think Nick Smith has lines. No, yeah, he doesn't. Man. Okay. This Jaren shit is like bullshit, but I'm just like saying, like, he could definitely get 6 rebounds. Like, he's way too tall to not be able to get 6 rebounds.
I feel like we say that every time and then he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, you're 100% right. Okay, do we have props back up for this with no Nets or no Cam Johnson? We don't have Nets props. No, screw it. Let's do like a builder here. Let's do Harden and Kawhi each to score 15. Zubac to score 10. Okay, and these odds stink. Harden's gonna like sell. Okay, JJ, screw this. I'm not donating like a Chipotle bowl today. Yeah, Drew threes. That actually is like a good one. That is a good one. Just maybe they do the same thing. I would definitely play it if Taylor Jenkins is still a coach, but he's just not. So, yeah. Okay, well, let's recap the day. Sorry, guys, no lotto. I'm not for it. I just don't. I don't know, man. JJ, well, what do you think? Do you think is there anything like that you really like? You know.
I mean, for like a little plus money, I'd say Tatum 4 threes. I mean, honestly, I'll just do like Chuck Bros, but like just water it down just a little bit, like Tatum 4 threes, and then Poole like 15 plus.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can really think of.
Okay, plus 304. Now we're good. Little 2-legger. Nothing crazy. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Little.
Or did you want a profit boost?
Yeah. Facts. Good call. So now we need one more. Let's see. Well, what's the 3-point frequency for Poole? Chuck Bros. Okay, dude, screw it. Let's have fun. Because Poole does make sense, bro. Like, Poole can easily get 20 if he plays 25 minutes, right?
If he gets only 25,
if he gets like 26, 27.
Maybe not easily.
Oh my gosh, we stink at this.
No, I'd probably stick with 15 plus over 20 plus.
Yeah. I just want ults, dude. What's Tatum 30 points? It's probably like shit odds, but plus 140. Screw it. Let's put Tatum to get 30 in there. He's gonna eat. He's gonna be chucking. Jaren Jackson, you sir are grabbing what's okay. And then Zach Edey. No. Okay, JJ. Jason Tatum, 30 points. Jaren Jackson, 8 rebounds. Drew 3 threes.
I like Drew. I like Tatum.
This is all donations. Yeah, we do have a profit boost to play with. All right, all right, let's just do 3 legs, okay? All right. Which Tatum leg do you like the most? 30 points, 4 threes, 5 threes. What are you thinking?
Probably 4. Still plus money.
Yeah, okay. Tatum, 4 threes. I do think there's value on Jaren to get 6 rebounds, as crazy as it sounds. But let's not do that. Let's just put Chet in there. Chet 20 plus. I like that against Vooch. Actually, I really don't because he's hurt. Okay, let's just make something safe. What do you? Let's see. Do you like Kawhi 20 plus against the Magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Kawhi Leonard 20 plus, and then the last leg of the parlay. I have no clue. Poole. Jordan Poole, you, sir, are scoring 10 points, buddy. Okay, what's plus 266? Okay, you're scoring 15. There we go. Cool little 10 leg. I think it's my max probably $10, right? Oh. Where's Mo? What is a profit boost? Oh, is it only for same game? Oh. Okay, JJ, I have no clue what the hell we're doing. It's not even letting me use the profit boost, so I don't even know what's going on. Let's just not do it. We're just edging here. Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up today. Make sure you guys do like and sub to the channel if you do appreciate this content. JJ, is there anything else you want to say before we head out?
No, just have a good start to the week.
Yeah, let's hope. And yeah, guys, like I said, well, I'll make sure to tweet it out and post it on YouTube. But we will be switching up the time tomorrow for when we do this. So yeah, probably plan on 11 Eastern time. So in 15 minutes we would be starting. So you need 2 legs in 1 game. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, cool. JJ, we'll see you tomorrow. See all the viewers tomorrow. And thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a good one.